Our theme for today is technology, and this theme was set well before lockdown. But it's great to be able to explore this today, particularly as a family with different age groups in, because it gives us a chance to really think it through and talk it through. And that's what I aim to do through this video today. What I'm going to do is set some discussion starters for you so that you can really discuss all these different matters about technology. You could watch the whole video through and then just have a good old chat afterwards, or you could pause at the different slides that come up with questions on. It's totally up to you how you do it, but I do hope that this will be a really helpful resource for you today. So the first thing to do is to maybe list all the devices that you have in your home that you use for different things. So it could be phones, laptops, computers, whatever you've got. So maybe just list them all and then have a think about what you use those things for. So for example, laptops at the moment are probably really useful because you're using them for schoolwork or for working from home. Now we're going to use emojis to explore how we feel about technology. I'm sure you're all really aware of emojis and what they all mean. So the first one is how does technology make you feel happy? How does technology make you feel sad? What are the really good and positive things about using technology? What are the not so good things? What are the negatives about technology? Do you ever get angry when using technology? And if so, why and what? Is there anything that makes you feel confused when using technology? And are there things about technology that make you and your family do this? And what are they? Time is probably one of the big issues when it comes to technology. It certainly is in our home. Maybe have a talk about the amount of time that you all spend on technology and put some things into place about how much time you expect each other to be on technology and time off as well. I love this quote which says, yes, kids love technology, but they also love Lego, although it says Legos, scented markers, handstands, books and mud puddles. It's all about balance. And I think that's right, isn't it? I think there's a place for technology, but that's in amongst all sorts of other things, all sorts of other life-giving things and creativity. So have a chat about that as a family as well. How does it fit into your time as a family? Safety is a really big thing when it comes to using technology, and I know at school they do all kinds of education on this, so I'm not really going to talk about it very much, but again, together you could discuss some safety issues, you could put some boundaries into place, that you decide as a family that you won't cross those boundaries and that you decide that together and put those things in place. Now we've got the thinking emoji here to help us just pause for a moment and think, when we come to anything on technology, whether it's games, whether it's sending a message, whether it's writing an email, whether it's posting something, how about we just take a breath before we do that and use this helpful reminder to ask a question. Is what we're doing, is it true? Is it helpful? Is it inspiring? Is it necessary? Is it kind? That's not to wrap ourselves up in knots about. It's not that you can't send a message to somebody without thinking all these things through. But it's just a helpful thing to pause and to think about how we're using technology and how we're engaging with it. And can we answer yes to those things? And if we can, great. Let's use technology for all the good that it brings. Perhaps if it doesn't fit in line with those things, perhaps it's not the best thing for us and for other people. So maybe just have a chat about that as well. And now we've got the love emoji, because I want to think about something that Jesus said. And in Mark chapter 12, verses 30 to 31, Jesus said, "Love God and love other people." And what Jesus said 2,000 years ago is totally relevant to us today. He didn't use technology, but what he said still speaks into our lives where we do use technology. And we can ask ourselves the question, is what I'm watching, doing, playing, is it helping me to love God? And is it loving towards others? And maybe that's a question we could ask ourselves as well. As followers of Jesus, as I'm using technology, can I answer yes to those things? Is it helping me love God, and is it loving towards others? And at some point today, can I encourage you to open up the Bible at John 17 and to read this together? It's the prayer of Jesus, and it's where Jesus is praying for his disciples. And he's praying for his disciples that are with him at that moment, but he's also praying for all the disciples that will come in the future. So if we love and follow Jesus and we're his disciples, then we're included in this prayer. Jesus was actually praying for us. And he's praying that we will have strength, that we will be protected in this world, and that we will know how to live really well in this world, but not necessarily live the same as the rest of the world are living. So we will be different because we're followers of Jesus. And how does that fit in with using technology? Jesus wants us to follow him and to love him, and not to take on the values of the world around us. And we might see things in the media and through using technology that we think that just doesn't fit with following Jesus, and sometimes we might need to make a stand against that. Maybe we go down the really positive line and we just continually share Jesus and share love through the way that we engage with technology. But again, that's something for you to talk about as a family today, and to pray together as well. And we've got the praying emoji now to help us to think about Jesus' prayer for us and how we can support each other and pray for each other as well. So let me pray for you, and then we'll finish for today. Lord Jesus, I thank you for anyone who's watched this today, and I pray that it's been really helpful to think through these different issues to do with technology. And I pray that as a family, people will be drawn together and closer because they've talked these things through. And I pray that we will draw closer to you, and that we will use technology for all the good that it can bring. And we'll put boundaries in place to protect us from anything negative. And most of all, that we will love you and love other people through the way that we use technology. Amen.